Welcome to the Heel Turn Hotline, where the villains want it so tonight. Schemes, betrayals, chaos on the line. Heel Turn Hotline.
Welcome back to another Heel Turn Hotline episode. I'm your host Daniel Emmett, and I'm once again here with WWE fanatic and returning friend on the show, Finn Penberthy, and co-host as well.
How's it going?
Oh yeah, not too bad. Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And this is going to be our last episode before the new year. And while the card for Royal Rumble, nothing has really been announced outside of a poster. We're going to be doing very early predictions before anything else comes out about it. And we're going to see if we are right or wrong about this closer to it, because the Royal Rumble is really right around the corner. We're really only a few weeks away for it. It's at the end of January. Was it 28th or 29th?
If I had to guess, 29th, because shows traditionally are on the 29th of a month.
According to this website, 19th of January.
Right, okay.
19th of January. And so, we're going to kick this off by talking about the men's Royal Rumble. So,
I'm on a different website and it says 31st of January. But anyway, sometime in January.
Yes, sometime in January.
Yeah. Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yes, first Royal Rumble. We're going to be talking about the men's Royal Rumble first and foremost.
Yep.
So at the moment, this is only a leaked card for who is going to participate. There'll probably be some wrong ones in here, but I'm going to read them out, and then we're going to choose our top three on who we think is best likely to win the Rumble. Mm-hmm. So first one up is we have Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, Gunther, Sami Zayn. So they're the top ones, and now we're getting into the middle ones here, which is Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Dominic Mysterio, Obafemi, The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. Spoilers as well, but Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, Kevin Owens, Carmelo Hayes, Jey Uso, Joe Henry, Penta, Dragunov. If Dragunov is in the Royal Rumble, good for him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso, AJ Styles, Rusev, Aleister Black, Finn Balor, El Grande Americano, Montez Ford, Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, who I know it was in one of the pre-recorded Raw or SmackDowns that he recently joined the roster of SmackDown officially now.
Oh, okay, interesting, yeah, because I know he was in NXT, but I guess he's been called up to main roster now.
Chad Gable, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Uncle Howdy, Austin Theory, Omos, Ray Phoenix, Grayson Waller, JC Mateo, Sheamus, Pat McAfee, and The Miz.
Right, I mean, if that card's correct, that's a good Rumble. I kind of wish there was more returns in it, but seeing as it's a Saudi Arabia event, there's a good chance that they'll get more returns, seeing as they like to get legends to return for those.
Yes. And now, out of that card, whether The Rock does or doesn't return, like, he is one of the most over characters in WWE. Like, looking at, early Dwayne Johnson and then looking at the twist in Elimination Chamber, like, I feel like, at least a lot of new WWE fans, I feel like I would associate The Rock with that twist with John Cena.
Well, his my current association with Rock is, I think, the year before the final boss. He carried the build up to the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes match. He was really, really good in that, and he actually made more appearances in the build-up to WrestleMania than Roman did. Yeah, I think there's potential for him to come back and do cool stuff.
Yeah, I want him to come back. I think WrestleMania 43, this is something I really want, I demand Triple H to write Cody Rhodes versus The Rock.
Yeah, that's what...
It's one of the biggest missed opportunities.
That's what we want, and I'm sure that's what most fans want.
That story has not been fully wrapped up yet, and that's a match that I think would just be so good. At the moment, the undisputed champion. We'll see how next year goes for Cody Rhodes. There's rumours that he will get dethroned by Roman Reigns.
I could see that happening, yeah.
especially after Survivor War Games, hinted that he is very much going after Cody Rhodes' belt. There could be a twist, and Roman Reigns would want to go after the World Heavyweight. I don't think he needs the title, but I think a lot of people want him back as champion, because the Bloodline story is one of the greatest stories in WWE history.
It was amazing. I would honestly like to do a full episode about the Bloodline storyline, and in my opinion, how much of a missed opportunity it was. I think that's been the biggest missed opportunity that they've done this decade so far. They didn't end it on the high note it could have, in my opinion.
No, so much build up to an ending that wasn't that satisfying.
No.
So I would like to see a do-over, and I think with Roman Reigns, if that match is true, and at the moment it does look like that's the direction WWE's heading, I think we could have the Bloodline 2.5.
We could, yeah.
And now there's a couple names on here that I would love to win, but I don't think they're going to. And the big one for me on this one is over Femi. After Saturday night's main event, it's game over for me. This guy is incredible. This guy needs to go up to the main roster. He needs to move to SmackDown. He needs to be on these PLEs. He was amazing. He really showed himself and proved himself really well at Saturday night's main event. I would love for him to win the Royal Rumble, and I think he has the upper body strength. I think he has the promo work. I think he has great character build. So he has so much momentum going into the Royal Rumble. Just from Saturday night's main event alone. If they move him up there at some point in January, it'll be a great push, but once again, I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble.
No, neither. NXT people rarely ever win the Rumble. There's been one case, technically it was an NXT person winning. It was Charlotte Flair won the Rumble and then challenged for Rhea Ripley, who was the NXT champion at the time. Many fans consider that to be one of the worst Rumble wins in history. So,
yeah, okay.
I remember I wasn't very happy about it when it happened.
But I would say just from the crowd reaction Saturday night's main event, I would already say over Femi is pretty well over with the WWE universe.
I could see him winning a Rumble in the future, maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen until he gets to the main roster.
No, I think since we've only just had his introduction, I think there has to be some more character work there to really get him up to a 10 out of 10 superstar. And then we have Sami Zayn, who some people do think he is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
No, neither.
I don't see it. I think Sami Zayn has, a good year ahead of him, but I don't think he will win the Rumble. I'm one of the people who did not enjoy his open challenge match that he did on SmackDown. I think Dragunov has done a great job with that. But Sami Zayn, I don't know, I just felt like there was something missing with those. I know a lot of our audience will disagree with that, because a lot of people love those open challenge matches, and that's something that Cena created. But yeah, I know there's something missing there, and I just feel like character-wise alone, I don't think there's any story Sami Zayn is currently attached to that would be beneficial moving past the Royal Rumble. I feel like he needs to be in a story if he is to have even a chance at winning.
No, I agree. I don't think Sami Zayn's been in the storyline since that one with Solo, which ended quite prematurely.
Yeah.
I really like Sami. I think he's really good. Really good promo, really good actor, good gimmick and good in ring. But I think he needs storyline and character direction. He's not one of those guys where you can just put him at the top and it'll work. He needs a good storyline attached to it, because it pains me to say this because I'm a fan of him, but when he was the US champion, he was really boring.
Oh yeah.
And he hasn't been interesting for a while. That his feud with Karrion Kross absolutely sucked. So I think he needs something. He needs storyline direction to get a big push, which I would be in favor of, but I don't think it's going to happen, especially not so suddenly.
No, I think since Dragunov won that title off him, he's barely been relevant on SmackDown. Like, there's been maybe a few promos with him since Dragunov has won the title, but they haven't really done anything with his character. And I think, this is just my problem with the whole open title matches, is the fact that they're pointless.
Yeah.
They're pointless. They don't mean anything. Like, there's no story, like, okay, I want to ask you a question, Ethan. What do you look for in a WWE match? Like, what makes a match intense for you?
I guess good psychology and good storytelling is what makes a good match, in my opinion.
Do you want to know what makes a good match for me?
Yeah, what?
What makes a good match for me is...
And a good build as well.
Is storytelling.
Yeah.
Promo work. The chemistry and the dynamic between these two characters, how they jump off each other, how personal their feud is, what their past relationship has been. I think all of that is important for storytelling, and I think if that doesn't work for me, like, that's I can't get invested in that match. Like, I can't really root for anyone. I think with Sami Zayn's open matches, it just feels like while some of the names he was going up against were big named characters, just there was no story there. And just I know, like, open challenges, understand that they're more for, like, the entertainment factor.
They're more like showcase matches. Like, it showcases the champion, shows their in-ring ability, and shows the challenger a lot. Like, it's good if the challenger is like someone that hasn't been pushed as much as, like, a mid-card or a debuting guy.
Yeah, no, like, I think that's one of the things I really like about Dragunov is he hasn't really had a push, and then during this the United States run, he's been incredible. His matches are gripping. They're thrilling. They're amazing.
I'm not too familiar with Dragunov, but I'm sure he will keep getting pushed. He was pushed quite well on NXT. He had quite a big push on NXT. I believe he was the first guy to ever beat Gunther in a televised match. So
Gunther.
Yeah, and Gunther, like, rarely loses, so that's kind of a big deal.
One thing I did not bring up last week on Saturday night's main event episode is LA Knight versus Gunther. This was a missed opportunity. That was a missed opportunity. I was going for LA Knight. Yeah,
I would have had Knight instead of Gunther as well.
Because, LA Knight really needs the push, and just, they treated him so poor this year.
Yeah.
And just, I hope 2026 does more good than bad for LA Knight. But at the moment, he is currently out because Bronson Reed tackled him onto a car.
Right, okay.
So he's going to be out for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Gunther winning the Rumble is a possibility. Like, I could see it happening.
I can as well. I can, especially since he's now ended Goldberg, he's now ended Cena.
Yeah.
Like, his promo work on Raw since Cena's retirement has been amazing.
Yeah, said this before, Triple H seems to be quite keen on him, pushes him a lot. He is usually booked very strongly. He has not many losses and a lot of strong victories, so him winning the Rumble, I could see it happening.
To put a percentage on that, what certainty would you say that Gunther could win?
He would be like my third pick. I think for my pick, who I think is going to win, I don't want this to happen, but I think it's going to be Lesnar.
So that's the number one pick, Lesnar?
Yeah. And then number 2 would be Reigns, and then Gunther would probably be number 3. This is who I think will win the Rumble, not who I want to win the Rumble.
Sure. Okay. Let's talk about that one first. Those top 3, explain why you think those 3 are going to win and why you're certain about it, especially Lesnar.
I could be wrong. There's 2 ways they could play this, either as a possibility. Looking at the poster, and I've heard, like, it's rumoured that they might do Cody versus Lesnar for the belt at Mania. So that's my current thinking. I thought they were doing the whole Vision thing to set up for a feud between Cody and Lesnar. To be honest, my current theory is the whole Reigns thing is like a red herring, and they're actually just, doing a bait and switch, and then they're actually going to do Cody versus Lesnar.
So you think there's going to be a promo on SmackDown or Raw where Cody and Roman are talking, then Lesnar's music just hits and knocks out?
I could definitely see that happening, yeah.
Okay.
Or the other thing that could happen is because they could also do Lesnar versus Gunther, because it was rumored they were going to build up to that match, and then the match didn't happen because Lesnar got fired from the company or left. He went for a leave of absence or got fired, one of the two. So the Lesnar-Gunther match never happened.
That match is rumoured to be Brock Lesnar's last match.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's going to be his last match, it probably won't be at WrestleMania then.
No, there's room. I mean, I never believe a rumour unless it's confirmed by WWE or a source that is very close. But the rumour I've heard is Brock Lesnar is going to retire at SummerSlam, and his last opponent is going to be Gunther, and Gunther is going to retire Lesnar.
Yeah, I could see it happening, potentially.
And then the second one was Roman Reigns.
Yeah. To my knowledge, that seems to be who most people think will win. Yeah. I could see it happening. They might do Roman versus... I mean, I'm just going off a poster, but they might do Roman versus Punk as the main event of, one of the nights. Seemed to be a bit of build-up, bit of teasing with that. Roman and Punk were, feuding around last year's WrestleMania season, so they might do a one-on-one match for the belt. I think Roman winning the World Heavyweight title could be quite cool, to be honest, because I don't think he needs the World title, but give him a reign with the World Heavyweight title. I think that could be quite interesting.
He hasn't had a belt run all year, I don't think.
No, he hasn't been champion this year.
And then who was your third guy?
Gunther, I guess. I don't have any solid reason. I just think Gunther seemed to get pushed a lot. He's had that victory over Cena. He tapped him out. That was Cena's first tap out in 11 years. It makes sense to give Gunther a strong push from that.
Oh yeah.
Also with the Reigns thing, they might do Reigns versus this is a big might, but they might do Reigns beats Cody for the belt to build up to Reigns versus Rock as the main event of next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
because they were going for Reigns versus Rock. That was the planned main event of WrestleMania 40, but there was so much fan backlash that they had to change it.
Right.
And they were gonna have Cody use his Rumble match to challenge for Rollins' World Heavyweight title, but the segment of those two having a promo in the ring is one of the most disliked videos on the WWE.
Really?
YouTube. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It might be the most disliked video on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, right.
Maybe, but I know it's up there.
Okay.
But because of the fan backlash, that didn't happen, so maybe Rock really wants this match. I guess
He does.
Reigns is his blood brother cousin, so he wants this to happen, so I could see him trying to set it up for the Saudi Mania, the Saudi Mania.
Yeah.
Who do you think will win the Rumble?
My big guess, and my number one here, is Braun Breaker. To me, without a doubt, he needs to win this.
I could see it happening. Potentially.
I think if he doesn't win, I think it's a big missed opportunity. Disregarding Breaker for a second, the Vision have just been on fire these last few months. Phenomenal win at Crown Jewel. They absolutely owned that show. Great performance at Survivor War Games. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, these two are getting a massive push, and I think Braun Breaker is definitely a WrestleMania main eventer.
Yeah.
And I feel with the push and the momentum his character's been getting, to me, it makes sense. Not only character-wise here, but also story-wise, if they do want to continue on with this Vision storyline, and if they do want the Vision to go into next year being still one of the most dominant factions on the WWE network, then I feel Breaker winning here makes the most sense.
It pains me to say this. This is a case where I want to be wrong, but my theory is they're doing the whole Vision storyline just to build, as a stepping stone to build up for Cody versus Lesnar. When that happens, Breaker and Reed will just be henchmen. I feel it was mostly for that. I want to be wrong. I want Breaker and or Reed to get serious pushes, but part of me has my doubts.
So, okay, so in your context, why do you think they would be building them so much to a disappointing payoff where they'll just go back to being side characters again.
I don't know. I just think that's how WWE does like a lot of their writing. I mean, they have been booked very strongly. Like at Survivor Series, I was very surprised, genuinely surprised to see Breakker get the win, but I was happy with that. I don't know. I think they might want to do Cody. I hope they don't, but they might want to do Cody versus Lesnar. And if they, like, ever since, like, there was that segment where Lesnar came back and then he said to Paul Heyman, he's like, "We need to talk." Yeah. That didn't really sound like him, but I was trying to do a Lesnar impression. But he was like, "We need to talk." And I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go. That's why they're doing the storyline, is to just like make it a Lesnar thing."
I don't think they were setting up for like a Brock versus Cody with that one. I think they were setting up for WrestlePalooza. Yeah,
possibly, but like I thought, it was Heyman's faction. If Heyman's gone back together with Lesnar, if Heyman's with Lesnar, like, it will inevitably all be about Lesnar, because that's what most of Heyman's promos are about.
True.
And that's just what I thought. And there was another thing.
Heyman's been a big supporter of Lesnar.
Yeah, he has been. This was like 12 years ago, but there was a stable called a faction called the Paul Heyman guys, where they had, a bunch of, Paul Heyman was managing a bunch of guys at the same time. It was like Lesnar, of course, but it was also like Punk, a guy called Curtis Axel, who's no longer in WWE. Yeah, he was getting quite a he got quite a big push that year, actually.
Oh, that's good. That's good. He deserves it.
Yeah. And another guy was in it. Oh, and you had Cesaro, who is at the moment, as far as I know, he's Claudio Castro, and he's in Ring of Honor and AEW at the moment. But that, it was a good idea in theory, but and Ryback as well, but the whole thing just turned into kind of every time they would just have the guy standing in the ring, Lesnar not there, and then Paul Heyman would just be talking about Lesnar the whole time, and it didn't really build up the new stars, which I worry it's going to turn into that again.
Gotcha. When I think of the vision, I don't, when I put that picture in my head of those guys together, I don't put Lesnar in it, because I think he's barely a part of the vision, that he doesn't really make an impact on what really happens. And I actually liked the way that they actually used Lesnar at Survivor War Games.
Yeah, he was used pretty well in that match, which I was surprised by.
They brought back one of the most dominant characters in WWE history to make Bronson Reed and Logan Paul Bron Breakker look good. He was there to purely support them, which I really liked. I think that's how his character should be written. And so, yeah, I think going forward, yes, it makes sense to keep Lesnar in the vision because of him and Paul Heyman.
Yeah, and if the rumors are true that Lesnar is retiring this year, then I think he will want another, like, title reign with the belt. He'll probably want one last title reign, so wouldn't be surprised if they give it to him at Mania.
Sure. How would you feel about that?
I would not like it. I don't want him. He does not need to win the belt again.
No.
Like, Cody Rhodes is boring as champion, but I would take him over Lesnar. Like, Lesnar does not need the belt at all at the moment.
But, I think kind of looking at this from an audience perspective, do you think that it will be like a cool little, like, nostalgia moment when he does win the belt, since that's really what this guy is known for, winning the UFC World Heavyweight. He won at football during his season.
No, his football run, as far as I know, this was like, I don't know much about American football at all, but as far as I know, his football career wasn't that successful. Like, I mean, better than anything I could ever manage, but I don't play football. But his thing was like, he made for a team. He played college ball or whatever. That's a big thing in America. He made for a team, was it the Minnesota Vikings, but he didn't actually make their main team. He was like they have a thing in America where football teams have like a B team, and the B team play their game sometimes. He was never on the A team, but he was on the B team. He was in one of the Madden games, and then he left for New Japan, I believe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so his football... He isn't really known for his football career. I'd say he's more known for his wrestling, his UFC, professional wrestling, his UFC... To a lesser extent, his college wrestling, because he did quite well in that.
One person I would like to see win the Royal Rumble, and I do want to kind of talk about this character and his performance and character run this year. And that is Drew McIntyre. I think would be my third choice, and this is one. I want to give some backstory here. I was never a fan of Drew McIntyre at the start of this year. I was never a fan. I know his character never really appealed to me, but their work that they've done with him and Cody Rhodes, not even in-ring stuff, like separating that, his promo work is amazing. It's some of the best promo work I've seen from a wrestler in WWE in a long time. A promo which I've showed you before Saturday night's main event. There was one where Drew McIntyre is going off at Cody about about being corporate Cody and about being the American Nightmare Cody, and it's such a great promo, and like that Saturday night's main event with them was great as well.
Drew is a very good promo.
Yes, yeah. And like he's great at talking, and he's great at getting his point over within only a few minutes. He doesn't need like multiple episodes to finally get his point across. Which is one of the things I really like about Drew McIntyre. So I know he's got a lot of disrespect this year. He's got a lot of disrespect.
He hasn't been used that well this year, but I
would like to see him win the Rumble and actually being a Mania event and actually get the push he deserves, because he's been screwed over a lot. He's even said that, his character has said that in multiple SmackDown and Raws. So I would like that redemption. I
know he's a heel, and like we're not meant to agree with the heel, but
I agree with him.
He's kind of right. Like, his character's kind of right. He is kind of getting screwed a lot.
Oh, he is. I mean, you look at these Cody matches, and, Cody Rhodes is cheating a lot more in his matches.
Yeah, Cody cheated to win his last match.
Yes.
Their last match together.
Yes, and, this whole story between Drew and Cody, I don't like this story. I think it's really run its course. Yeah. I think this fourth time that they're running, I think is absolutely pointless, and I think it's despicable, and I think it's a big fuck you to Drew McIntyre. Unless he actually wins it, I don't see any point to a fourth match. But putting that aside, I love this story.
Yeah, if he won the Rumble and then would actually go on to win the belt at Mania, I think that would be great. But I have no doubts.
I have doubts as well, but I think it would be a great push for his character. But he's also great in the ring.
He's really impressive in the ring.
And,
he's huge, and he can do like crazy moves that like a lot of other guys can't.
Oh yeah.
Like when he tosses people off the top rope, but he like hangs on with his legs, and he can do like front flips over the top rope and dives.
It's amazing.
Claymore kicks are really good
the Claymore.
Finisher.
That is great. That would knock out anyone.
Yeah.
That would knock out anyone. I love it as well, because the promo work for all their matches is great. Like their promo work is why I actually like that story. Like, the payoff to it is not good. But I think Drew built a lot of momentum through those promos, and he has my respect, and he has my vote for winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, like, the start of the storyline was very whatever. Like their first match at WrestlePalooza, it was a fine match. It was but I didn't care about the match really at all. But now I kind of care more about, like, who will win and who will lose the thing, and I'm really hoping Drew wins.
Yeah. And now this is an interesting one, and this one I'd probably put at a 50 or 60%.
Yeah.
This is a long shot here, and it's probably a bit of a controversial opinion, but Aleister Black. Mm-hmm. I think he generally does have a shot.
I could see it happen.
At winning the Royal Rumble.
Possible.
Because he's built a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
I'm a big... Well, used to be big fan of that storyline that they're doing with Damian Priest.
Yeah.
And since they've started that feud, Aleister Black's got a lot of momentum. Crowd seem to be pretty over him. Aleister Black has sparked interest in a title shot. Triple H has spoken about Aleister Black getting a title shot. To me, everything is lining up for Aleister Black to win the Royal Rumble. Title shot and over. I feel like they're the two things you really have to have in order to actually win the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H does seem to like Aleister Black and be willing to push him. Like, this is this is a bit of an older thing to go off of, but when Triple H was in charge of NXT, he did give Aleister Black the NXT title, which is their World Heavyweight title, so
No, that's good.
maybe he'll be willing to give him a world title push on the main roster. I don't know. I wouldn't be against it. I think why not? I think they need to build new main eventers. So why not give him a shot, I guess. He's got a pretty good character. I like his entrance. I don't know if his promo ability, I don't know if I've heard too many of his promos, and he's pretty good in the ring.
Like the production value of some of his promos is like really good. Like, yeah, his entrance is amazing.
He's got a really good entrance.
And now,
his finish is really cool as well.
What's his finisher?
The Black Mass.
Of course.
That
right.
big spin kick he does.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like it hurts.
Oh, yeah, it would. Now, I want to talk about some one-on-one matches. These are early predictions.
Sure.
None of these are confirmed, and then we'll go on to the women's Royal Rumble at who we think will win.
Sure.
We'll win that. But yeah, to wrap up my votes, number 1 is Braun Breaker, number 2 Lesnar, and number 3 Drew McIntyre, number 4 Aleister Black. So they're my top 4. Just to recap, what were your top 4, Finn?
Lesnar, Reigns, Gunther, and if I had to go a 4, I guess Breaker.
Yeah. Nice.
Actually, McIntyre probably, then Breaker is 5, I guess, if I had to do like a 5, yeah.
Sure. One-on-one matches. Let's get into it, shall we, Finn?
Sure.
So these are only predicted. None of these are confirmed. One of these here I think is a very high possibility, and I think is going to be a title match for the World Heavyweight, and that is CM Punk and Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Which they're doing that on Raw on the 1st of January. And I think CM Punk is going to retain, because I don't think CM Punk's even defended this title yet.
Not that I can think of.
I can't think of any matches.
He's had any defenses. Maybe house show defenses, but I don't think he's had any televised defenses.
No. CM Punk and Braun Breaker, let's say title match at the Royal Rumble. Who do you think will win this, and where do you think that story would go?
My current theory, if this does happen, I definitely don't think Breaker's winning the Rumble. But the match at
I don't think he'll win.
The match at Raw will probably be a DQ or a no contest, or a schmoz, as it's sometimes called.
Yeah.
And then they'll have the actual match at Royal Rumble, and then Punk will retain. That's probably what's going to happen.
Oh, you think Punk will retain at Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I unfortunately don't see Breaker. I would like Breaker to win, but I don't see him winning. Yeah.
I can just, I guess, story-wise with this title,
yeah,
it makes sense for CM Punk to honestly hold it for probably half of next year. I think that maybe even a bit longer. It makes sense because it took him so long to win this back after winning it fair and square at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
he got screwed in that match with Gunther. He got screwed in that match.
Yeah.
I feel like this title means more to Punk, and I feel like he would want to kind of, I feel like this is also a great opportunity to kind of showcase Punk more, and to kind of like have like a really fun story with him, because we know that Bronson and Braun Breaker are after it. I just think this could be a great title run, and since we haven't had any defenses yet, I think I think he'll definitely retain at Raw. I don't know how Raw will end.
If I had to guess, I'm going to assume a DQ or a no contest, something that doesn't have a proper conclusion.
Yeah.
Save the proper conclusion till Royal Rumble, and then Punk will probably win there. I mean, should be a good match though.
Oh yeah,
the two of them will compete well with each other in the ring.
They have good chemistry.
Yeah. And hopefully Breaker will look strong. Like, you can lose a match, but still
look strong.
Look strong in defeat.
Yeah.
It can be hard to do, but it's definitely possible.
It is. Now, this is for the WWE Women's Championship. Is Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. I generally, unfortunately, if this match is true and real, I generally think Charlotte Flair is going to win.
I hope not.
Because to me, that makes the most sense in going in to WrestleMania is you have Charlotte Flair
You could do Charlotte versus Alexa. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, to me, that's if this.
I don't want to see Charlotte Flair with the world title though, like the women's world title. Like she doesn't need it. She's had it too many times. Like, and I think like they should.
Yeah, I
don't know. I think Charlotte Flair should be putting over some, I guess, younger talent. Yeah, less established talent.
Like, I like Charlotte Flair. I like her. To be honest, I haven't seen much of her singles stuff, but as a tag team with Alexa, she's amazing.
It's a good tag team.
It's a great tag team. Like, really funny kind of banter and like sister relationship, which is really good.
Yeah.
And now, going off what Google says about these match predictions, I want to give some of my own predictions on some matches that could potentially happen. One of the title defenses I'd like to see is the tag team titles defended with the Wyatt Six and the MFTs.
Yeah.
That last match ended in disqualification. So I think Royal Rumble would be a great time to, you can continue building that feud up until Royal Rumble, conclude it at Royal Rumble, hand over those titles to the MFTs, build another heel faction on top of the Vision.
I kind of want to see White Six keep getting a push, but I would be completely fine with having them lose to MFTs, to be honest. Like, MFTs are like... They're really good. I want to see more of them. Yeah. Solo's really good. The others seem good as well.
Another dream match I have is, I don't think this will happen at the Royal Rumble, but I think WrestleMania, very possible, is Stephanie McGill versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, that would be good. Like, maybe they'll have Rhea win the Women's Rumble. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I
don't know who's going to win the Women's Rumble.
I don't know who's in the Royal Rumble. Like, I know Charlotte Flair is, like, I'm going off that little trailer that they released. I know Charlotte Flair is. Yeah. I know Rhea Ripley. Who's that woman that recently came back during Survivor War Games, during Cena's match?
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Liv Morgan would be a good pick. Liv Morgan's had quite a push over these years, and she's really good. I would be completely fine with Liv winning.
Judging from what most people are saying for the outright winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, people think
Bianca Belair. Yeah, I can see that happening.
And then
potentially, I mean, I don't think she's done much lately, but she has done. She's like had a few pushes. She's won a Women's Rumble in the past.
Okay, so it's a, what do you say, like a pretty high possibility she could win?
I could see it happening.
And then there's the second favourite. This is kind of going off like a whole bunch of people here. Liv Morgan is pretty up there.
That would probably be my prediction.
Another one is AJ Lee. I highly doubt she'll win. And, I mean, I would like her to win, but I don't see it happening. Becky Lynch. Now, that's one I would like to see.
I don't think she's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah, that's one I would like to see. But, unfortunately, I'm in the same as you. I don't think she'll win, but I think she's got a great push this year. I want to see that push go over.
What I think they're going to do, which is what I hope happens, is they're going to do AJ versus Becky at WrestleMania.
Oh, they have to do that match.
Like, they need to do that match. That two huge stars, that should be like a mega match.
Oh, and plus, those two hate each other. Like, Becky Lynch is terrified of AJ Lee at the moment.
Right, okay.
Becky Lynch finally overcoming her fears. That would just be a great match.
I mean, they hate each other. Their husbands hate each other.
Exactly.
Like, they're both like huge stars. Yeah. Like, I think that match, in my opinion, would be like money. Like, I think people would love to see that.
Oh, it would be like when AJ Lee came out, with War Games. It was, there was a great response when, like, because her entrance was kind of built around Becky Lynch's reaction to seeing AJ Lee again, and how Becky Lynch was kind of backing off, and like, so people really want it, and like their promos together were really good. Like the way Becky Lynch lost the title, I think was really surprising. I mean, I always knew AJ Lee was going to be in War Games, but the way they kind of did it with AJ Lee coming out, and that's how Becky lost the title, I think that was a great way to build build more on the reason as to why Becky hates AJ Lee as much as she does. One, I think it's got a really good push, especially towards the end of this year. I would like to see is Lash Legend.
Oh, Lash LaRoe, yeah.
Yeah, I would really like to see her win a Rumble, but you know, if she doesn't win this year, I don't think she's
going to win this year. She only just came up to the main roster.
I think she'll win in the 2027 Rumble. Open the floor up more here to not only Royal Rumble, but just through 2026. And like potential feuds you can see happening. Okay, and storylines and outcomes and all of that for next year. Like, I want to start this off. This is like one I had this year, but it never happened. Austin Theory becoming babyface.
I don't see Austin Theory's character as a babyface. Like, he's got a decent heel character, but I really don't see that character as a babyface.
Right.
His character is like he really likes taking selfies of himself, and he's really vain, and he, well, they're not doing this anymore because Vince isn't in the company, but they did a company where they did an angle where he was basically Vince McMahon was basically like his daddy, essentially. Where he would, like, you know, be like his protege. He would have all these segments with Vince.
So why do you think Austin Theory would work better as a heel than a babyface?
He could be a good babyface, I don't know, but just from what I've seen of Theory, he just seems to be a heel. He seems to come off naturally as a heel. Like, it could happen. Like, you know, I've been wrong plenty of times before, but I don't know.
They've also done much crazier things in WWE.
That too, yeah.
Than this. So, that's my theory. I mean, I had it this year. We'll see how it goes next year. But what's something that you would like to see and you think is very possible going into 2026?
What predictions for 2026 in general?
Yeah.
I think Lesnar's going to keep getting pushed. He'll probably win a world title. I don't want him to, but he probably will.
I'm curious on what you think of this. So we know 2026 is going to be the final year for AJ Styles.
Oh, really?
He's confirmed in interviews that 2026 is going to be his final year. And now my question to you is, do you think Gunther will retire him?
Maybe. If they're going to do the whole Gunther... If they're going to do that whole gimmick of Gunther being the guy who retires people, I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think we will get this is something I would like to see. Do you think we will get a single title run with AJ Styles before he retires?
I would love that, but I have my doubts. Maybe if TNA, gave him one last run with the TNA World Title, hint, hint, that would be really cool. But AJ is unfortunately one of those guys that seemed to be doing better when Vince was in charge than when Triple H was in charge. Like, when Vince was in charge, he was like a multi-time WWE champion, like Intercontinental champion, US champion, stuff like that. Now under Triple H, he's the tag champion, but before that he was just floundering around, like mostly losing to people.
So what other predictions do you have for next year?
This is more of like a hoping, but I'm hoping that AJ goes back to TNA, has some more TNA matches.
Do you think their crown jewel match with Cena and AJ Styles hinted at that, since he did come out in his TNA
Possibly, yeah, maybe.
Do you think that's a possible hint that that could happen some point next year?
I don't know, could be a hint. I don't know, but I think him having like some final TNA matches could be cool.
If we are talking about retirement, one of the people, I think it would be weird having 2 retirements in a year. Mm-hmm. So AJ Styles is the one. Brock Lesnar's only been tossed around because of some stuff Cena said in an interview.
Right, okay.
He said that, I can't remember his exact quote, but it was like, Cena would want to retire, in his hometown, during SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. That's kind of... I'm rushing over a lot, but that's basically what Cena said in context.
He said that Lesnar would like to retire in his hometown.
No, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I would be more sad over Lesnar's retirement than AJ Styles. I think in terms of like actual in-ring, I think AJ Styles is much better.
Yeah.
I think his finisher and I think just his actual in-ring work is amazing. Same with promos. They don't do enough promos with AJ. They don't.
No, AJ is a really good promo, but they don't let him do a lot of promos, which is a shame.
No, like, I haven't seen this week's Raw. I know what the results are, but you know, they have their Christmas special. They have their one today on Raw, and they have one on Saturday for SmackDown. And so, looking at kind of like the stories that they're setting up now, one of the ones that, you know, unfortunately I won't go into spoilers, but you know, SmackDown being pre-taped, the results leaked online, and something came out of that, which I can't say, but you know, I think since Dragunov is the current United States champion, I think next year, I think he's going to get a world title run.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Maybe. I mean, I don't know too much about Dragunov, honestly, but Triple H seems keen on him, and...
Did you see any of his open challenge matches?
No, I didn't.
Oh, watch them.
Yeah, I should. Back
great.
in the day, it's different now, but, you know, back in the day, like, I guess in the older eras, like, you know, Vince's eras and whatever, like, if people had the US title, Intercontinental title, that would be like to kind of build them up, and then they would lose it, and then they would go on to the main event.
Right.
After losing it.
Right.
Like that's how they used it for guys like, you know, Randy Savage and Shawn Michaels and stuff.
Okay, so do you think they'll do something like that with Dragunov?
It's possible. Like, it's definitely within the realms of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think next year, with the Intercontinental, talking about like most titles here, I think Stephanie McCure is going to lose the title next year.
Probably.
I think Dominic is going to retain being champion all through next year. I don't think they have any intention on him losing the belt. Triple H seems really keen on him. You know, they gave the belt back to him pretty desperately at Survival War Games. I was like, it was like less than a fortnight.
Yeah, no, he might lose the title, but I'm sure they're going to keep pushing Dominic, which I'm completely fine with. I see, like, the way I see Dominic's really good, so I would like to see him keep getting pushed. So I could see him as a main eventer in the future.
Oh, I can as well. I mean, his father's a main eventer. I feel like they want to take that same approach with him.
Yeah.
And so, you know, as far as like, you know, putting into a different context here, if Dominic Mysterio does lose the belt, who would you like to see follow it up? For me, it would be Aleister Black.
You probably want him to lose the belt to a baby face, though. And Aleister Black's a heel, and Dominic's a heel.
Oh, I mean, you know, they have done heel versus heel matches.
They have, yeah.
But I mean,
they can be really well done, but yeah, I think it's rare. And usually they would have a heel lose the belt to a face.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I mean, you know, I do feel like Aleister Black is going to get a boost next year. I mean, I highly doubt his father is going to get a big push next year.
Ray?
Yeah, Ray. I don't think he's going to get
who knows? Ray has beaten his son at 2 different WrestleManias. Who knows? Ray just might be like, oh, I'm going to beat you for the belt at WrestleMania.
They also had an event last weekend.
Oh, AAA.
AAA, yes.
Yeah.
AAA.
They've got a working relationship with AAA.
And the main event for that was a tag match, and Rey Mysterio pinned Dominic.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Look, it seems like from what I've seen of AAA, which isn't much, but from what I've seen, it seems like they're building to another Dominic versus Rey match. I think when they do it, this should really be the time that Rey puts his son over. Like, yeah.
But, like, Dominic's already over, though. I would say he's really well over.
He is, but this should be the time that Rey finally lets his son, pin him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Rey Mysterio...
Yeah, true, that's been a feud going on. Yeah.
Like, Rey Mysterio, legend, one of the greatest... Like, I'm not too familiar with Lucha Libre, but...
619.
Yeah,
great
one
move.
of the greatest Lucha Libre... I think he was the first wrestler that I ever got into as a kid.
Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, he was the first, and then it was Edge. But one of the greatest luchadors of all time. But I think it's time for him to pass the torch to his son. Yeah.
Like, I do think, like, I mean, I haven't seen their Mania matches. I saw their AAA match. I feel like with these losses, during those Mania did Ray pin Dominic, or did Dominic pin Ray in one of them?
One of them was a tag match,
Right.
but Ray and I think it was Santos Escobar
Right.
defeated Dominic and someone else, maybe. I don't know who.
Do you remember who ended up getting the pin?
No, but I know Ray's team won. But
Yeah, okay.
the Mania before, they had the Dominic Ray match, and the build to that was so good. You had like Dominic breaking into Ray's house on Thanksgiving night, and then getting taken away by the police. He got arrested, and he was bragging about it.
Ray or Dominic?
Dominic got arrested. They had like Dominic and Rhea Ripley, who he was in kayfabe dating at the time. They had the two of them like gate crash like Ray and his wife's like Valentine's Day dinner. The build was really good, and then Ray just won the match. So it kind of made Dominic not look so good.
Yeah, no. Wow, okay.
Dominic's entrance in that match was amazing. He like came out like in a prison van, like in handcuffs with a Rey Mysterio mask over his head. That was a great entrance.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to show me that.
Yeah.
You have to show me that. That is awesome.
Yeah.
When do you think would be a good time this year to do that match?
Mania, I guess, or Worlds Collide. I think that's Triple A's version of Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, Worlds Collide.
Dominic won in the main event of
did.
this year's Worlds Collide.
He did. Oh, yeah. You know, if you have not seen Worlds Collide, watch it. It's
Yeah, I should.
absolutely incredible. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it looks like a
It's
really good
you know,
show.
I mean, I love. It is going to kill me for the rest of the night now. But the guy with that puppet,
Mr. Iguana.
he is the funniest character. You know, he was on like SmackDown early this year, and like, oh, he's so funny. I mean, he's not. Oh, I mean, he's actually not too bad in the ring actually, but like his gimmick is like just so funny. But Worlds Collide. I feel like something that big they wouldn't want to do it. I feel like because Dominic people more associate with WWE, so I feel like they would want to do it on a WWE event.
Yeah, I think a WWE event would get more eyes on SummerSlam.
Possible.
That
Yeah.
could be the. They should have done it this year because that would have been the 20th anniversary of Dominic's first pay-per-view appearance. Ray versus Eddie in the custody of Dominic ladder match.
Yeah, right.
That's a real match.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that?
I mean, it's a very good match, but the storyline is just weird. So Eddie and Ray were feuding. They had a match at the previous pay-per-view where Eddie said he had a big secret, and then if Ray beat him, he wouldn't tell the secret. Ray beat him, and then Eddie came out the next SmackDown and was like, "I lied," which is what he'd do stuff like that all the time. And he told the secret. The secret was that like he was the surrogate father to Dominic. That's why Dominic calls Eddie his father.
Yeah.
Because in kayfabe, Eddie is his real father. He was like this, like Ray couldn't, conceive or something. So Eddie acted as the surrogate father, and then he wanted Dominic back so he could raise him on his own. So they had they literally brought in like lawyers as well. They had segments where they brought in lawyers and subpoenas, and then it was revealed that the real way to settle it would be have a ladder match, and then the custody of Dominic was hanging over the ring.
Yeah, so Eddie ended up winning.
Yeah. No, sorry, Ray won.
Ray, right.
Which is like the logical decision, but it would have been funny if Eddie won and just stole his kid.
The Raw, first episode of 2026. Mm-hmm. The main event. Well, actually, I don't think it's the main event. It's one of the matches. Is CM Punk and Braun Breaker.
I wouldn't be surprised they make it the opener. They tend to just make random matches that should be like a main event match the opener.
Right. I think for that match, I think the Vision will come out. I think Logan Paul is either Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, or even Austin Theory are going to take down Logan Paul kick him out of the division. Austin Theory replaces him. I think that's going to be the ending, and that's why I think to me that should be a main event.
Logan Paul is not a good babyface in my opinion. But
he isn't a babyface though.
No, but he might want to be a babyface again because Logan Paul is primarily marketed to children. Children will want to see a babyface so they can cheer for him. So
True.
I could see why Logan would want to turn himself babyface.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I can't see them heading that direction.
I hope they don't, but it's just a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility for sure. I do generally think 2026 has the potential to be a good year. I mean, of course, with any year, there's always going to be ups and downs, but I'm hoping 2026 is a more consistent year than 2025.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But do you have any other predictions, any last thoughts before we end this episode, Finn?
Not that I can think of.
I hope everybody does have a
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good suck it.